This week's episode of the Hot Highlights is a little bit late, but it is better late than never. So we are back on track with our normal schedule. So let's get this episode started right now. What is going on, everybody? My name is Nick from MWK-pop, and I want to welcome you back for another episode of the Hot Highlights. Of course, we're taking a look back at the last week in K-pop and talking about some of my favorite releases from the last week, of course, as I just said. So we're going to give you my 3 favorite songs, which are going to be open to votes for next week's Hot Highlights Top 20. There's a link down in the description. Click on that. You can vote once every 24 hours and you can make as many selections as you want every single time you vote. So with that being said, let's get it started with the top, my 3 favorite songs of the week, with the first one right now. Nine Muses has made their comeback, joining the summer party, kicking off July the right way with their song called Hurt Locker. And of course, with it being a summer song, there are bright colors everywhere. And it does definitely make for a visually striking, visually appealing, and pretty visually interesting video. Not to mention that all of those shipping containers also are a very, very interesting backdrop and set that they used. And it's just overall, it's a pretty interesting music video. It's very, very entertaining to watch, I guess you can say. And, you know, just visually, it is very pleasing to look at. Overall, the song is a really, really good song. 9Muses never, ever disappoints me with their music, and this is no different. Now, one of the things that I've, I guess become used to, and I would know, I would say that 9Muses is known for, is just their sleek and, just, it's not like overly sexy, but at the same time it's not overtly obviously sexy, but at the same time their visual style and dress in their last couple of releases is sexy, but it is not, obvious, it's not revealing and stuff like that. They went a little bit differently with this one. They've kind of gone with, a streetwear inspired, outfit for this comeback, which again is good. It's, something that people are doing a lot these days as far as, the K-pop trend, which is fine. Whatever, K-pop trends, I can talk about that all day, but I'm not going to. Overall, 9Muses never disappoints me. And of course, this song is very, very good. And with it being one of the first big, semi-big releases of July, this is looking like it's going to be a fantastic month. So let's go on to the next song that I would like to highlight as a favorite from last week. After making their debut towards the end of last year with their song Why Did You Come to My Home, Minx is back, but this time not really back, but technically they're back because they are remaking a Dallas Shabbat song called Love Shake, which apparently is basically an exact remake of what the Dallas Shabbat song was, which is not a bad thing, but it really does give me and a lot of other people the feeling that, Happy Face Entertainment just kind of made this song up. It was like, well, we need to get these girls' names out there once again. And so they were like, we're just going to put together a, not cheap, but not really expensive, music video for it. And we're just going to remake a song that we've already written before. And then we're just going to, put these girls out there. We're going to put them on stage. We're going to promote them for a little while just so that people don't forget who they are. And it really makes sense to me because when you think about one of the other groups that made a real splash when they came out around the same time that Minx made their debut, Labum, who made their debut around that time, they've had a repackage not a repackage, but a data pack for their debut mini album, which they promoted a new song for that. They've promoted a brand new mini album or single as well. So they've basically released 2 songs in the period of time where Minx has been inactive. So Happy Face Entertainment, I'm sure, kind of looked at that and was like, well, this group has released 2 songs in the period that Minx hasn't done any, and they haven't done anything. As far as I know, I haven't heard anything about Minx since their debut song. And, I know that Labum has been, Solbin, I believe it is from Labum, is on a secret weapon or whatever the new show, the new variety show is. So I don't really know what this is exactly supposed to be, but I'm hoping that it's just a filler to keep them in everyone's eye, you know, get them some attention, and towards the end of the year they're going to actually have an actual original song and comeback for Minx, because that's one of the things that I really would like. But this one is not disappointing in any way. It's a good song, it fits Minx really well. The visual style is pretty much the same as, you know, what they had in their debut song, so I can't say it's bad, but on the other hand, it could have been a whole lot more. So we got my last final favorite of the week, so let's check it out. Poten has made a comeback, and while they make their comeback, they have, I guess, technically maybe possibly rebranded and hit the restart button a little bit, because on their flight back to Seoul, they made a stop in LA and they dropped off 2 members and they picked up 3 more. So when they've gone originally having 4 members, now they have 5. And, you know, where they shot their last music video in New York, they are in LA this time, which, you know, is not really anything terribly interesting. It's just a very, you know, typical location for a K-pop music video to be shot. But with this, I guess, this reboot of Poten a little bit, it's really awesome. You know, Poten, since their debut, they have gotten increasingly better with every single release. Tornado was a really good song. It just was not really, you know, didn't have any like staying power, didn't have any shelf life as far as, you know, my personal taste on it. Their next song after that was pretty good. I really did enjoy it, but again, you know, it wasn't that fantastic. This song, on the other hand, is again an improvement from the last one, so they're showing improvement every single time that they make a release, and that is what you want to see from a rookie group as they, you know, mature in their career, which is really awesome. Maybe this lineup change is a good thing for Poten, and it's going to actually, you know, propel them to further heights, and they're going to actually reach a, you know, I guess their plateau of popularity that much quicker. But I do have to say that this song is really good. Music video, I don't really know anything about the music video. All I know is it's in LA. I don't know what the story is exactly. Maybe the music video, maybe the lyrics to the song would explain it a little bit. I don't really know. I haven't looked it up. Maybe I should look that up. But, you know, the music video, again, interesting. Nothing really remarkable on that front as far as, you know, the visual looking aspect of it. You know, girls, you know, the K-pop idols, of course they have to look attractive and they look good. What else would you expect from that? So, you know, Poten, or Poten, I guess you can say, because that's the way that apparently that they've, you know, romanized and stylized their name in English, changing it from what it was previously. I don't know why they did that, but it just kind of bothers me a little bit. But yeah, so those are my 3 favorite songs from the last week. Poten, Minx, and 9Muses, all girl groups, of course. I kind of like girl groups. I don't know why it is. I just like their music more than the boy groups, it seems. But those are my favorite groups. Remember, you can vote for them for next week's Hot Highlights Top 20. Check the description for a link to votes. And as I said, you can vote once every 24 hours. You can make as many selections as you want every single time you vote. So we've got to finish it off. We've got one more song that I want to talk about, so let's do it right now. Hotshot, of course, has a rookie hip-hop sort of group that debuted towards the end of last year, I guess the middle of last year. And, you know, since that debut, which probably, you know, again, was not my favorite, but they have gotten, you know, progressively better as far as the music is concerned every single time that they've made a release, which is fantastic. Like I said, with Poten, that's what you want to see with a rookie group after they make their debut. You know, Hotshot, even though they don't make, you know, they're not performing a genre of music that I particularly like that much, I cannot deny that their songs are very good. The only thing that I have to say bad about this music video is that there are some shots that look a little cheap with it. You know, like there are some shots where it just looks like there's members standing in front of a green screen on a treadmill or something like that. And it's very obvious that the background is not exactly the same or even well integrated with the foreground, which would be the member that they're focusing on in that shot, which, you know, it's not a bad thing in and of itself, but, you know, it's not really, what do I know if I'm about to say this, but because I have no idea, but I don't really see it as, you know, this being a, you know, you are a professional videographer or a music video director or whatever it is. That sort of stuff should be relatively easy to fix and make it look a bit more natural than it was. But then again, it's not a bad thing. Maybe it wasn't supposed to look so natural. Maybe it was supposed to look, they were supposed to stand out from the background shot that they had. I don't really know exactly, but you know, the music video definitely could have been a bit better, had a bit more production to it, but I can't complain too much because I don't really care about the music video. You know, if the music video looks super cheap and really lazy and bad, then, you know, that's kind of, I don't know. That's something I can really criticize, but I don't really want to criticize it too much. So Hotshot releasing another fantastic song, even though it's not particularly a genre and style that I like too much, but I can't deny that it is a really good song. So unfortunately though, it didn't make it into my my 3 favorite songs of the week, so you're not going to be able to vote for it next week. So that is it for this episode of The Hot Highlight. I do hope that you enjoyed it. Get connected with me on social media. Check the description for links to my different profiles, and let's get in touch. Also, don't forget to leave a rating on the video. I really do appreciate that. So that is going to be it for this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.